on. So make sure you've got some space, pop your feet together for me and turn your toes out. Take the heels in line so your second and third toe tracks through your knees and hips. We'll get ourselves warm, we'll get ourselves mobile and ready. So we're going to start nice and easy, starting off with the top of the head, starting with the head. So just give me a little turn from the right to the centre, to the left, and just keep that going. I'm just going to turn it down a notch. I feel like I'm shouting. Too low, that one. Go on, keep turning your head. Actually, it's alright. Right then, so we've gone side to side, and now we'll just give it a little tip. So it goes to the ceiling and to the floor. So you're just thinking about keeping this whole body still and staying tight in the middle. And now you're going to go into a little head roll, so just roll it round. So don't worry if anything's clicking or anything, let's get it ironed out, let's get it out of the way, change direction. Alright, that's enough of that lot. Let's move into shoulders, just come into some little lifts up and down. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here today and then just work our way down the body, alright? So we've gone for the up and down of a shrug. Let's bring in a little bit of circular action now. So roll the shoulders for me. So you're going up, back and down. Up, back and down. And then you're going to go into the other direction. So again, just make sure nothing else is moving, just that top half of the body. Right, so we'll start moving some arms now. Staying with shoulders and upper body. Just give me an arm lift to the front. So let it come forward, yeah? Up and down. Big stretch up. Now as it lifts up, let it push back a bit. Now let it go to the side. So you've gone straight in front of you, now it's just lifting up at the side, yeah? Now relax it down and change to the front other arm. So same again. Okay, take it to the side, guys. So again, you're just letting it lift up and down. Big stretch. Big stretch. Right, bring it back into centre. Let's go back into rolls. Just roll it through. And the other way. Alright, so hopefully you're starting to feel a bit warmer now in that upper part of your body. Okay. So let's bring a little bit of twisting into it. So stay with an alternate arm. Just let the arm lift up and take a twist back. So now we're focusing on getting that little bit of a twist through the body, but you're still focusing around shoulders and upper body warming up as well. Start to bring it in line with shoulders so it's a bit more twist as you're going back. You'll notice you can go a bit further now. And then take it low to look behind you. You're looking towards the floor. Yeah. Okay, keep the arms to the side now. Let's just go into a side bend. So what I want you to do is just slide your hand down to the side of your knee, yeah? Just make sure you're staying side to side and you're not leaning forward and back. But But let's use the arms so you're just getting a big reach across as you go into your side bend. So really take your time to find that stretch across. Stretch across. Now let's try just taking a little twist side to side. Just relax your arms. So hopefully, compared to when you were just using that single arm, you feel a bit loose now just going into this twist, yeah? Right, so let's focus now on working our way down further. So coming around towards hips. Pick one leg and just come into a knee lift, okay? So stay with one knee, just lifting it up and down, yeah? Soften the supporting knee on that supporting leg and keep the heel pressed into the floor. Now this can go hip height or it can be a bit lower. It depends where you need it and it depends where your balance is, yeah? Just as long as you're staying in the posture. That's the word, yeah? Hands go wherever they need. Now, just give me one more and hold it in the air. And then all I want you to do is just start to extend it out and in. And as you extend it out and in, think about getting a stretch here in your quad. So you don't have to have the leg high, just as long as you're feeling that pull and that squeeze here in your quad, yeah? It's just lengthening it, giving it a little warm up. Now, keep it bent now and just open it out and into the side. So it's having to focus on keeping that midsection warming up, yeah, that core stability kicking in quick. And this supporting leg will be getting warm along the way as well, won't it? Yeah, in towards your calf, which is fine. So we've gone up and down, we've got a bit of quad warming as well, we've gone out and in, let's give it a little roll around. Pick a direction and go with it. Just a little hip roll, just to seal the deal, but hold on to that balance for me, yeah? Make it smaller, make it lower if you find yourself, yeah? Doesn't matter. Just as long as you're staying still, change direction, yeah? I'm getting a bit seasick from some of you this morning, stay still. Is that supporting leg burning? I think it is. So shall we change leg? Yes please. Off we go, lift your knee. Let's go. No, we don't stand there checking the leg, we're lifting the knee. Come on. You're falling behind. So again, we've come back into wherever we're going to, whether hands are by your side, you're holding on, you know, whatever helps you with this balance. Right, hold it up. Let's extend it out and in. Just stay in the zone. Right, let's keep the leg bent now and let's open it out and in. So again, just trying to find that stretch around that hip area if we can. Just let it go out to in. Out to in. Whoa, balance. And again, we're probably going to have one side that's better than the other, yeah? Whenever we do something one way and then the other. So don't worry if you're a bit lower on this side or this might be a good side, yeah? Let's go into that circle. Off we go. Just pick a little circle action. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be high. It just has to be still. Change direction. Pop the feet down, back to centre position, pedal it through, have a little reset through the legs, especially it will just help release through the calves if you've got that bit of calf tension with this, yeah? Alright, good job. So hopefully we're a lot warmer now, yeah? So let's think about, we've moved a lot there with the hips, so I'm just going to get a bit of glute activation, but just let the arms move a bit because they've not moved for a while, okay? So all we do, it's an alternate hip extension with a straight arm lift. Now when you're ready, begin. Just make sure you can have a little tip. See, I just have a little tip forward. That's okay, but it's not a massive tip, yeah? I just want you to focus on getting long through the body. So point the toe as the leg goes back, squeeze your backside, and then really let these arms go as high as you can get them and as straight as you can go, and feel that stretch happening, yeah? Lovely, keep it going. Okay, good, come back in. Back into your centre position now. Let's just get into some nice simple squats. So when you're ready, we sit the hips and bum, and our arms are stretched out in front. So bend the knees, sit down and stand. So I always get the arms straightening on this one because it helps you gauge on keeping the posture. So you're not leaning forward. Because when you lean forward, your bum doesn't go down into the squat. So you want to always have your hip just above your knee line when you're down in your squat. And you should also be able to see straight in front of you, not below. There we go. Now we'll keep it going, but as you stand up, I want you to add an alternate side leg extension. So let's squat, lift the leg. And then again, squat, and lift the leg. Okay? Nice and controlled. Excuse me, so there's no rushing. Get the full squat, then stand up, then lift your leg. Just as it's more or less back to standing. So now the fronts and the backs of the legs are in working now with the squat. Obviously the glutes are. And the side leg lift, again, just bringing that little bit extra. Bring it back to a hip extension next time. Squat, hip extension. Squat, hip extension. So it's going backwards, just like you did before. Get that squeeze. Lovely. That's two. I'm going to take you down into roll down stretch now. So nothing's changed here, everything's still as it was at the beginning. Second, third toe, knees, hips. Relax the head, relax the shoulders. We tip from our hip and just gently roll down the body, coming down towards the floor. So you've got your head tucked in and it's towards your knees. Your body weight pushes forward and your hands are either touching or they're towards the floor. All you're doing is breathing, everyone, and just finding that stretch in your back and in your hamstrings. So really get your head tucked in and just really stay here in the stretch. Now when you're ready, slowly come up. Your first one's always a bit awkward. So at the top, have a quick reset, come back in. So we'll do it again and we'll just try and lengthen out that little bit more, yeah? So we'll find our comfortable position we've just been in and then we'll increase it a bit more, yeah? You ready? Let's go. Tip it forward from the hip. Keep the body weight in front. Reach it down, come on down, come on down, come on down. Tuck the head in and push forward. Hold still. Excuse me. Now take a deep breath And as you breathe out, I want you to push that bit further forward, tuck your head in a bit more, press the hands a bit further towards the floor, or if they're already in the floor, push them down more. Just do everything more. Feel more stretch, yeah? More. Just keep breathing, keep holding. We're all back up now, nice and easy. Oh, lovely. Right, that's us warm. That's us ready to go into the workout, yeah? So get a drink, adjust your cameras, we're going to stay down on the ground now, yeah? So do that for me and get yourself on your mat. Maybe put my water. While you're doing that, I'll have a quick drink. Right then, so we're going down onto the front first, please. So come on now. So I'm starting things off with the back. And I'm going to keep things really simple today. We're going to do lots of repetitions of the same move. Yeah? Of course, along the way we're going to add on. And if any of the add-ons are not entirely you today, then do a couple of reps, find out if they're for you or not. And then if you've got to drop it down to something we were doing before, that's fine. But remember, always try it and do as much as you can. Don't just think straight away, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. We don't do that. Yeah? Okay? Come on down. So, feet together. You got your bum cheeks nice and tight. And they're always clenched. Yeah? Relax your shoulders back and down and just relax these arms. Take a deep breath in and lift your chin and chest up off the ground. Eyes look forwards. And then once you can't get any higher, you lower down and breathe out. So breathe in, lift the chin and chest as high as you can. Come up into back extension and then breathe it out and relax back down. So you've got that tight squeeze at your backside. That never changes. You've got the oxygen flowing as you're lifting up and down. Please make sure you're not pressing any weight into your hands or arms. Because if you're pushing through those as you lift up, there's nothing happening in the back, guys. Alright, so we don't want that to happen. And then before you know it, you've settled into it nicely. It's a nice simple back extension. And of course, never worry if you can see anybody else that's on right now or you're comparing to me. Don't worry if you're higher than me or you're lower than me. We're all different makeups down the back, so we're all going to move a bit differently. As long as those back muscles are feeling each repetition, that's all that we're bothered about. You know me, I'm very easygoing and very accommodating. So, let's start to add on to this. I want you to stretch your arms out in front and just start to lift an alternate arm. But as you're lifting your alternate arm, can you position your thumbs to ceiling and fingertips forward, please? So what's happening now is we've got that tight squeeze at the bum. That never goes away, yeah? Still activating the glutes. We've got this arm lifting one at a time. What can happen when you've got your arms in front, you can get a bit hunched up without realising. So just make sure you're keeping your shoulders relaxed back and down so you're not getting neck ache. Alright. Now you're moving nicely with this. We're getting that movement around the back of the shoulders and that upper back starting to work a little. Let's bring in the opposite leg. So you've got that opposite leg lifting straight up and down. So first of all, how high do you lift the leg? You want to get above the knee off the ground. Everyone should be able to do that. You're not letting your hips lift, but you're not bending your leg either. You want to keep that leg as straight as possible. And now hopefully you should be feeling that little bit more connection to your lower back. So now the leg's lifting, the hamstring, the back of the leg's kicking in, which then means it's coming up into the glutes, so we can get more into the lower back. Now by now you'll have figured out if arm and leg is for you or not today. If both at the same time is not working for you, cut it in half. So one back extension, lift your arm, then one back extension, lift your leg. Okay, nice and simple. We've been here a nice little while with this now. Hopefully all down the back of the body is really warmed through and really getting the most out of it. So we can just start to bring in now a little bit more resistance, and we can just double up the arms and back down. So you're going for a double arm and alternate leg. So think about that long straight line in your body. Still keeping the thumbs up, fingertips pointed, and trying to lift that alternate leg. You will notice hopefully by now there's that little bit of a shift in the work. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to lift up now. You've not got any arms on the floor, isn't it? Yeah, it does make that little bit of difference. So let's make sure we're not losing that squeeze in the bum. Let's make sure we're still breathing. Yeah. And again, you'll be at the point now where you know whether or not you can lift your leg as well as both arms. So again, cut it in half, just do the arms, then just do the leg if you need to, okay? And your back, you know, it's probably saying to you round about now, its lower back is probably saying warm, warm, yes, warm, yes. You're like, it's okay, I'm going to keep going for a bit longer, because we can double the legs up now if we want to. So everything now just moves as one as we lengthen through. Now another thing we'll notice is because everything's moving together, we should be able to get that little bit more height. And everything should just be moving that bit smoother. So really go for that lift now as we're in the little last bit of this section, okay? And stop, everyone. Well done. Nice and easy now. Bring the hand onto the floor. Peel yourself up. Roll back to a child's pose stretch. And as you sit back, the bum towards the heels, there should be a nice stretching feeling going on down the back of the body. So if you've got a bit of tension there, which hopefully you have, we'll just give the muscles a little breather and lengthen out. Lovely, nice one. Okay, let's do a little bit of kneeling work. So onto the hands and knees when you can for me, everybody. Okay. And still staying with the back of the body, but now we've got a bit of weight bearing along the way. Yeah, and we're still focusing on lengthening. Any of you guys that have got issues with wrists, because you've got your hands on the floor, you've got that bend there, and it can sometimes aggravate it, yeah? Feel free to come up onto the fist. You'll not bend, and it might be more manageable for you this section, okay? So play around with that if you need to. And of course, you can always just check off, get your life together, and then come back down when you can, yeah? Come on then. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Now what we need to do when we're here is really pulling tight in the middle, because I don't want to see any slouches or overextenders. So just line up in a nice straight line, pulling that middle in and staying nice and tight and engaged in your core. You're taking a alternate super with the arm and opposite leg, kind of like what I've just had you doing in your back extension. So when you're ready, come into this. It's arm and leg. Stretch long, come back in. Stretch long, come back in. Again, what I can get you to do if you need it today is you just do leg, arm, leg, arm. Alright, so that choice is there if you need it. Okay? I'm going to start to add direction next time. Hold it in the air. The thumb is up, the fingertips are pointed just like before. Now take it to the side, onto a diagonal, come back in, reset and change. So it's just forward, open, centre and down. Forward, open, centre, down. So again, maintain the thumb up. Try and point the toes on the feet so the leg is nice and lengthened. And keep this nice straight line in your body. And again, if you cut it down in half, then of course you're still going to move that arm and leg to the side each time you run it. So bringing in now a new direction, we go up, out. Now give it a little curtsy across. So the legs coming across, the arms going across, back to centre and lower down. So forward, open, centre cross, centre reset. So it's just giving it that different direction of work and really going into the stretch. We're getting that nice little bit of weight bearing work, so that upper body's getting a bit of workout as well by resisting your body weight. Now don't worry, it's not a big section here. We'll do it one more time on each side. Nice work. Well done. Have a little sit back again. Have a little roll around for your wrists as well as you're sitting back if you need to. Yeah? Whatever you need. Alright, good job everyone. Once you've had a little breather, feel free to get a drink because I turn you around to laying on your back. Yeah? Turn yourself around. So, let's bring in some hotels. So I'm still going to keep the work down the back, but we're going to focus on using the legs a bit more now, yeah? Okay. So we're going into some nice shoulder bridges, and shoulder bridges are a great exercise because it targets your whole posterior chain, which is the whole of the back of the body. So the back of your legs are going to work, your bum's going to work, your back, your core, and the front of your legs. And today we're going to really make sure we get the front of the legs in, because I guarantee when you know you've got it, tomorrow you'll know you've done it and you've hit that quad position, okay? So come on down. So just sort yourself out in the floor, and then I want you to bring your feet in so they're just a small gap between your heel and bum, please, and your feet are hip width apart. All right? Now with a bridge, first of all, we'll center this middle. So pull that middle in nice and tight, push your back down nice and flat, and you'll feel you've got that little bit of a brace now because you're pushing down into it as you've got that tilt here. I need you to hold on to that brace. Push through the heel, lift the bum, and roll up the spine to a bridge. And then go where you can't until you can't go any further, and then roll back down the spine and put your bum down. So the first thing that lifts is the bum, the last thing that touches the floor is the bum. But in between that, we're lifting the bum as high as we can get it, so we've got a massive gap between the bum and the floor. And when you're at the top part of your bridge, you're looking at having your body in a straight line. So your knees are the highest point, and then you've got a nice straight line all the way down your body, so the head and shoulders are the lowest, because obviously they're on the floor. We're not losing that brace position in the middle. We've got a nice little squeeze at the bum going on as well. So there's a lot to remember, I know, but we've gently got into it. So let's do a few more before we start changing things up. Excuse me. So, let's hold our next bridge up in the AR. So hold your bridge, okay? So everyone naturally sits into a natural position where they go to, their comfortable position. Now everyone, squeeze your bum a bit more, push your hips higher, lift up. And then come back down to the floor. Now did you notice, because I noticed, you all got a bit higher, even if it were only 0.5 centimetre. That is your new position to always go to. So let's try it again. So come up to bridge, find it, and then push it higher. Now as you push it higher, you should feel more of the front of the leg kicking in, then roll back down. Find that now every time where you can feel your quads, the front of your legs. Okay, keep that going now. So up, push high. You've really got to get the squeeze, you've got to keep everything pointing. Yeah? Feel the front of the legs every time. And once you get to that position every time where you're feeling the front of your legs, you're going to feel more into the glutes, in turn in the hamstring and in your back as well. Because I know I can, so I'm sure you can as well. Yeah? No? Yeah? No? No? Yeah? Yeah? No? 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 Yeah? 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 Good. Now we can try and get a bit more stretch with this by taking the arms over behind us and back down. If you feel that it's taking you away from feeling your quads, don't do your arms. Because I still need you to get nice and high. Yeah. I'm just going to do 4 more with you. And then we'll move on. And then relax. Well done. I did have my head on the mat. Anybody else try that? Reset through. Right. So, next move. Let's start waking up the midsection to finish. Okay? So I want you to take your arms out nice and wide.
Bring your knees to your hips. I'm going to do a little knee drop with you, then I'm going to add a bit of direction to the knee drop. So first of all, I just want you to use it to warm your core. So pull your middle in, push your back down. Knees stay in line with hips. Arms wide, super glued to floor. Drop them from one side to the other without touching the floor and without lifting your opposite elbow. And shoulder. So you go to the left, you keep that right side to the floor. You go to the right, you keep the left side glued to the floor. So you're dropping over side to side. And it's enough for you to feel a little stretch in towards your back every time. But also it's enough for you to feel that midsection also warming up and kicking in as you drop side to side. So don't lose that tight pull in your middle, because you're using your abs to take your knees down and bring them back up, of course. So we've got the drop side to side, but I want to introduce a little bit more. So drop to the side, then push the knees away from you a little bit, and then bring them back to center. And then again, so drop over, keeping them in line, then let them drop just a little bit away, and then come to center. So all you're doing is pushing your knee away a little bit. Both knees just push away a little bit. And it just creates that little bit more tension. So center, push away, and reset back in. So you'll notice that you just got that little bit of action to bring them back in, obviously, to the center then, yeah? And then what we'll do is we'll reverse that push. So now we go over and then pull them in towards us and then reset back in the center. So you're pulling the knees in towards you as you're coming back in and then reset it. So drop, pulling towards you and then reset knee in line with hip. One more on each side. Nice work, well done, pop the feet down. Okay, so we're nice and warm now in that center. So staying here on the ground, keep the feet on the floor. Just bring your hands now towards the top of your bum, bottom of your back, or you can just keep your arms by your side, it's up to you. Okay, now, lift the knees to your hips, and we're going into what we call the scoop. So one foot drops down to a toe tap, and then you scrape it along till you straighten the leg, and then lift it up to the center and reset. So toe tap, scrape the leg, lift it up and reset. Toe tap, scrape the leg, lift it up, reset. So the whole time you're pushing that back down into the hands, into the floor. And you got that super tight middle going on. You're trying to get this leg straight and then lift it right up. You got that little scoop feeling going on. Now, we're going to reverse it. Straighten your legs up. You lower one leg down and then bring it in. Reset and change. Drop down, bring it in, reset and change. Drop down, bring it in, reset and change. Middle tight, back stays down. Control, everyone. All about how you using this center anchored position. Bring the knees back down, legs back down, knees to hips. We're going forward again, and we can do it as a double or single. You choose. Let's go. Both feet. Toe tap down. Scrape it. Lift it. Reset. Right, you've got 2 more till we reverse it. Hold the legs up. Let's reverse. Drop down. Scrape it in. Reset. Drop down. Scrape it in. Come on, middle tight, everyone. Hang in there. Go with the resistance. And stop. Well done. Good job. Have a reset side to side. Okay, so we're going to go into some stretches now. So keep your knees in line with your hips. Let's use that knee drop from earlier. Take your arms wide. Right, drop them over to the right, everyone. Keep the knees locked on top of each other. Okay? And then place that right hand on top. So you're really pushing some weight down onto them to squeeze them together. You've got your left arm still glued to the floor. Now turn your head and look to the left. Now I should be able to get a stretch from the corner of the lower back, up the side of the body. Okay, bring the arm back down to the floor, lift the knees up, and change sides. Drop over, keep that shoulder and elbow glued, remember. Hand on top, so if you come with me, I've gone to the left now. Left hand is on top, right arm is glued, and then I turn the head to look down the arm, press all the weight down, keep them knees pushed together. Just enjoy this back stretch and side. Okay, put that arm back down. Bring yourself back up to center. And feet to the floor. Okay, take one leg up nice and high to the ceiling. Straighten it up. Hand at the leg wherever you need it to go. We're going to stretch the hamstring. So really straighten that leg for me. And then point the foot. So you're trying to get your toes pointing towards the ceiling. So that leg is nice and long. And if you can, just pull it a bit further back towards you and hold it there. And then relax it. Bring this ankle onto knee and push that knee right away from you. I want you to get a stretch around that hip joint. So keep your hand there and push it right away from you, as much as you can. You want to try and keep the ankle, the leg and the knee in as much of a line as you can. So again, I know some of us might have issues around that hip area, so just don't worry if it's not in line. As long as you can feel a stretch around that hip joint, that's all we want. Now I'm going to get you to lift that opposite foot off the floor. Now keep actively pushing this knee out. Reach through the gap. Grab the front of the knee and then relax your head and shoulders right down for me. Keep that knee pushed out. Hold still. Keep it pushed out. pushing on it, remember, as you're pulling on the knee, keep pushing that other one out. And relax. Take your other leg up now. Nice and straight. Hold it where you need to. And then point that foot. Really go for the length of the leg. Just keep it still. That's it. Try and pull it a bit further back if you can. And relax down, ankle onto knee, and then let it push away from you. Keep the hand at the knee, keep it pushed away. Now let's reach through that leg, grab the front of the knee, and again we're trying to keep that knee pushed out as far as we can. Hold that head down, keep pushing on that knee, keep pulling on that leg. Relax it down. Okay, from here, straighten off the legs. Hello. And take your arms behind you. Now take a deep breath in, and from here, lift your head up and your arms, and try and lift up into a full crunch without having to use an elbow or a leg to get up, yeah? Can you do it? Can you do it? Or are you stuck? Are you stuck? Are you stuck? You just lift up. Oh dear, yeah. Straight up nice and tall at the top. Keep the legs straight. Take a deep breath in. Now breathe out, tip forward and reach as far as you can. Now you're trying to grab your ankle, your leg, your foot, your toes, it doesn't matter. Just grab what you can and then relax your head down and feel that stretch coming up the back. Now let's develop it. Deep breath. Out it goes and reach further forward. And then relax it up. Take your arms nice and wide while you're here seated. Yep. And take a little twist, side to side. Okay, relax. Now gently turn yourself around onto the hands and knees. So you got knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Allow everything to drop now, you're allowed to. Now take a deep breath in, arch your back up, tuck your chin, and hold it nice and high in the air. That back arched, keep that stretch going. And then just walk the hands further forwards and then sit back to a child's pose. So hips and bum go right back, head drops down. Nice deep breaths in and out. No holding the breath. Take your left arm to the left And then bring the right arm all the way across and put it on top. So it becomes a diagonal stretch. Your head is down in between your arms. And you've got that nice little diagonal stretch happening up the side of the body on the right. If you want to take yourself further over to the left, so then that right arm's got further to go, you can increase your stretch. It should be coming right from under the shoulder blade and up the side of your body. Now bring yourself to the centre. Take that right arm now underneath the left. Turn your head to look under. Press all the weight down. Sit the hips and bum back. And again, feel the separation of the shoulder blades now. And the more weight you can just push that little bit forward into this arm on the floor, the more you're going to stretch through your shoulder. And then we ease it off. We come back to centre. And we take the right arm to the right now, the left hand on top, and we sit the hips and bum back. Again, on the diagonal stretch. A bit further if you want. And then back to centre. And I want you to take that left arm under and look under that right arm. Press some weight down on it and hold it there. Sit yourself up. Now stay on the hands, just take any leg you like out to the side. Put the foot flat to the floor and then just sit the hips and bum back a bit. And just find an inner thigh stretch. If you want to come down to elbows, come down, it might help you get a bit more stretch on that inner thigh. Come back to the hands and then let's change leg. Open it out, find the stretch. Once you've got it, come down to elbows. Again, trying to find that bit more stretch. Right, come back to the hands. Now keep this leg out, take the other leg out, and then drop your whole body to the floor. Are you ready? Go. Now I'm only joking. You don't want to do splits, do you? Well, you can if you want. I can't. Ready? Right, from here, tuck your toes and lift up to a down dog stretch. So the head is down, push through the palms, drop the head. So keep the bum high, push the heels towards the floor. And just walk your hands to your feet. And roll up to standing. Here at the top, just have a little reset. Grab a leg, any leg, and pull the heel up to your bum. So you're just going to take a standing quad stretch. So you might want to hold your arm out if you're struggling with your balance. Just pull the heel right in and square the hips right up. Keep pulling on the leg and pushing the hips so you can generate that stretch into your quad stretch, okay? Right, let's change. So again, find the balance, grab hold of it, pull it in nice and tight, and hold still. Relax down, have a little roll through, have a little twist and release, and
And there you go. Are we all good? Yeah? Thank you very much, everyone. Give yourselves a little clap. See yous later, yeah?